Hey, out there in YouTube land, this Stiletto coming at you from the Wild Wild West. Well, today we got an unboxing. Package just came in. Hot from eBay. All right. Doing the opening today is my BT Fighter from CRKT, Brian Ti Fighter. Great packaging, I'll say. Oh, look what we got here. What do we got here? Brian Ti and Friends. Brian Ti and Friends. Made in the good old USA. Alright, Brian Ti and Friends. Limited lifetime warranty. Got the serial number. Comes in a pouch. Nothing on the back, just on this side. Comes in a pouch. And it's in a packaged very nicely. There it is there. Look at it. Centered perfectly. Now this one wasn't brand new. This is a used knife, so we'll be checking it out. I got a good deal on it. That's, you know me, I'm cheap. Got a good deal on it. Got a really good deal on it. Especially if it's as nice as the person said it was. He said it was never used. So we're going to check it out. But the reason why I got it, because I wanted to do a comparison. And I like this one so much, I just had to see what the real one looked like. The American-made one. Now this one is, well, I guess you would call it a mid-tech, machine ground version of Brian Ti's Ti Fighter. The ones that he makes, though, they cost like over $1,000. They're like really expensive. It's super smooth. Oh yeah, that edge looks perfect. The edge looks flawless. Okay. I don't see any scratches on the blade or anything like that. I got a good deal. I am happy. And this one has the 6061 aluminum handles. And they're CNC machined. It's Brian Ti's design. And I don't know if you'll remember, but they're pretty much the same knife. This is just a less expensive version of this one. And some of the big differences are the thickness of the blade. This one's 5mm. This one's 3.2, I think it is. And this one's 8CR13 MOV, and this one is 154 CM if I remember right. Yep, 154 CM. Made in USA, and it's serial numbered 0363. Made in USA. I love Brian Ti's blades. His blade grinds are awesome. They're off the chain. But most of the stuff that he does, though, is not really the type of knives I'm really interested in, because I'm not interested in art knives. I'm interested in tactical knives. This is a I would still consider this one tactical. It's not. I wouldn't consider that. You know, it is beautiful. And it has a CNC machine, 6061 aluminum handle scales, and everything. You know, which is pretty artsy, but it still looks tactical to me. It's got a stonewash blade. It's got a polished stonewash blade, and it's a hollow ground. It's a hollow ground Tanto. I would call it a shallow hollow ground. It's not a deep hollow ground. It's more shallow. It's more closer to being like a saber grind, but it's not a saber grind. I would call it a hollow grind. Tanto blade, American Tanto. Absolutely love this blade though. Look how thick this tip is. That's a Tanto tip, as opposed to this tip. I knew I would like this one. In this one, there's no up and down or side to side. The CRKT model has a little bit of up and down. No side to side, but it does have a little bit of up and down. And that's how my Ti-Tac 2 is also. This one, there isn't any. None at all. Blade centers perfectly. Action's nice. It's on ball bearings also. This is a nice knife. This one is the one I like. Well, everybody, this one's going in my EDC drawer for this year. It'll be one of my first knives in my EDC drawer for this year. So I'm going to carry this one. I know, you know, normally these cost like almost $300, but I paid $200 for this one. So I got like I said, I got a really good deal. And it's not, I wouldn't even consider this used. It's like one of my knives I collected. It's in like the same type of condition. It's like it's an unused knife. The edge looks perfect. Let's check out the sharpness. All right. Super sharp. It just glides. It just glides. But this one's sharp too, though. Both of them are sharpened very well. As far as size goes, they're like the same size. So when you buy one of these for under $100, you know, like I think this one was $72. When you get one of these for $72, you're getting something that's very close to the real deal. The only difference is the materials. This one's made out of glass reinforced nylon, I think it is, or it's something to that point. It's like it's a plastic. The blade is Chinese steel. It's 8CR 13 MOV, which is not the best greatest steel. But you know what? I've been using 8CR 13 MOV on my SR1 Lite, and that edge is holding up. Just like, and I also used the original flipper I had, the Luzon, the large and that edge is still sharp. And I never sharpened either one of them. So, you know, I don't know too much about HCR13, but, you know, I can't really say it's a bad steel because I haven't had it. Because, like, the Japanese Oz 8 back in the day, after you use it a few times, you'd have to always, you know, touch up the blade. You didn't always have to resharpen it unless you were doing something that was like you had to use a lot of pressure in order to cut something. Then the blade edge would roll sometimes. But that you always had to like learn how to strop. If you could strop really good, you can keep the Oz 8 blade sharp for a long time. What you doing, sweetie? What's my girl doing? What you doing, Juju? Oh, I see you. I see you. Let me make my video. Let me make my video, sweetie. Oh, you trying to just get in things now, huh? Trying to get up in my lap. I'll see what you're doing. I see what you're doing. That's my baby. That's my baby girl. Yes, she is. Okay. Okay. Okay, you made your appearance. Okay, you gotta get down, sweetie. Gotta let me finish my video. I forgot where I was at. This one feels a lot heavier. This one's very light. Let's weigh them. I expect this one to be over 6 ounces. Let's weigh the CRKT version first of the BT Fighter. 5.0 ounces. 5.0 ounces. This one has, I'm going to say GRN. It might be one of the other plastics. It's a polyamide plastic, I think they said it was. And it has full stainless steel liners in it also. They're embedded inside the handle scales. But the way that this one is molded, because this is a molded, I think it's an injection molded handle. The way that the handle is molded, it looks very similar to this one. Very, very similar. It's a little bit different, but it looks very similar. And it's got the same type of pocket clip. I actually like these pocket clips. The backspacer on this one, I'm not sure what it is, but I would be willing to bet that's like the plastic, the polyamide, the GRN, or whatever you want to call it. This one has aluminum backspacer. This one's aluminum, and it has aluminum scales. 6061 aluminum, aircraft grade aluminum. And it feels really good in the hand. This one feels good in the hand too, but this one feels really good. I can't explain it. This one, I could tell this is a quality knife. This one I could tell it's an inexpensive knife, but it's an inexpensive knife that I like. The handle scales, even though they look very nice, it still feels really like plastic. This doesn't feel like G10. I love G10. G10 is my favorite handle scale. G10 and aluminum are my two favorites. And I like titanium too. I just don't have any titanium knives anymore with titanium handle scales. I used to have the Darryl Ralph Mad Maxes, or the Maxes, or whatever it was. I had the Stiletto style and the Bowie style ones. Had those for a long time. Those were the only ones I had that I think were... Oh, and my Archangels, those were titanium too. Well, I do have a lot of titanium knives. I forgot. I got all the Benchmades. The Benchmade Balisons. All my Benchmade Balisons are titanium. A couple of them are stainless steel. But anyway, I really love this knife. I really love it. I mean, and like I've explained before, that I never really thought about before until I got this knife, was how even if this lock, now button locks are good locks. They're good locks. They're strong locks, but they're not like triad locks, and they're not deadbolt locks. They're not even as strong as like a really good made, a well-made axis lock or crossbar style lock. with, you know, in a knife that has full stainless steel liners. The axis lock in a knife that has a strong axis bar or a crossbar with strong stainless steel full frame handles. That's a strong axis lock knife. Like most of the black class knives that are made by Benchmade, those are all, I would call them strong. Like the Adamas and Contigo. Very strong axis locks. And I really like this one. I mean, if you just want to get a knife to have as a self-defense weapon, or tool, should I say, or you want to have something to play with, you know, as far as like fidgeting with, don't trip on the steel, because that's not going to be really important anyway if you're just using it to play with, right? Or if you're going to use it for like a utility knife, you know, you're going to use it a lot. That's what this type of steel, you know, working, you know, hard working steel is for. You know, like the budget steels are for knives that are hard workers. They need to be resharpened and stuff all the time. And you don't want to get a knife that's too hard to resharpen, because that's a pain in the butt when you can't resharpen your knife easily. You have to end up spending a lot of time on just sharpening the edge when you only take a couple of minutes to sharpen the Oz 8 edge. Or I've never sharpened one of these, but I imagine these would be easy to resharpen also. The Chinese steel and the Japanese steel. And like if you have American steel, it's like the 420HC or the 440C. That are good working steel, you know, good steels for working knives. They have to be resharpened a lot because they get reused really hard. And also some of the softer stainless steels, they're more corrosion resistant because they have more chromium in them. So, you know, there's you know, reasons why, you know, a less expensive steel sometimes is a good steel. Depends on what you need your knife for. As far as like being a self-defense tool, any kind of steel, pretty much any modern day steel that we have now, you know, the Chinese steels, the Japanese steels, the US steels, the European steels, they're all going to be good. They're all going to be good. They're all can, you know, hurt somebody or, you know, disable somebody so you can get away from them. They're all good enough for that. Any steel pretty much is good for that. So sometimes I think people get too hung up on the steels. That, you know, because function is important too. The way something functions, and the way it feels in your hand, how comfortable. This one feels really good in reverse grip. Really good in forward grip. I really like this little knife though, but you know, I've gotten a little bit, you know, because I've had so many knives in my time, I've gotten a little bit snobby, I think. I sort of like knives that are made out of better materials, even though that's not really important for a self-defense. Like I'm trying to say here, for a self-defense thing, it's more of a, I don't know, you just want something better after a while thing. I don't know how to explain it, because I am not a snobby person. I'm definitely not a snobby person. But I do appreciate things that feel like high quality. And this one feels like high quality. I mean, it feels like one of my Hogues. You know, my Hogue push button knives. That's what, I'll do another video comparing my Hogues. Because I've received a couple more Hogues now that I need to do videos on. I just received this one today. I was telling you guys I just purchased it after I received this one, and I liked it so much, but it felt like I would probably like the one with the aluminum handles better. And the only way to get the one with the aluminum handles was to get one that was a lot more expensive. And y'all know me, I will hunt the internet for the best deal. I will hunt the internet for the best deal, because I never try to play full price for anything. Motorcycles, cars, trucks, doesn't matter. Always want to get a deal. But anyway, I absolutely love this knife. Oh, we never weighed this one, huh? Let's weigh this one. 5.5 ounces. It's only a half an ounce heavier. Is that right? 5 ounces. 5.5. It's lighter than I thought. I thought it was like a 6-ounce knife. Because the blade is so thick. This is a thick stock blade. It's like the SR1. Let me put up SR1. Oh yeah. Now here's where you can tell the blade stock thickness is right here. Compare the blade stock to here. See what I'm saying? This is like an SR1 blade. It's just been ground more. So it's got the exact same thickness. It's a beautiful blade too. The grinds on it are really, really nice. I highly recommend this one, people. And one thing that's cool about these, and it's another thing that made me want to get this one, because I'd never really thought about this one before, because I've never really paid too much attention to Brian Tighe knives, and after looking at his knives, I could see why, because I may have looked at them before, and I wasn't interested because they were too fancy. I'm not into the fancy foo-foo knives, or the artsy knives, the art knives, or whatever. That's not really my style. I like things that are more usable, and more practical, and more like something you would actually use every day and carry every day. I'm not really into the artsy stuff. I don't know, that's just me. I don't like my Harleys over too fancy either. I like them, look a little rough and gritty. But anyway, I'm the bobber type. I read bobbers. But anyway, I really, 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 really like them. This is what it is. It's a $70 knife, and these are $300 knives, basically anywhere from like, I don't know, $250. I think the least expensive one I found was $258, and then there was some going like at $290 and stuff like that on eBay. And then I saw this one was a used one. And I saw that, and I saw, whoa, that knife looks really nice. And then in the article it said that the person's never used it. It was just a collector. And that's how it looks. The boxes, the guy even took really good care of the box. You know what I'm saying? So he does like I do. I store the boxes. I don't store the knives in my box because I always like to pull them out and use them, or carry them sometimes, or just sometimes I just want to look at them, and everything. But if you keep taking them in and out of the box, you wear out the box. So I store the boxes separately. The knives go in the safe. The box just go in a cabinet. I have a cabinet in my closet where I just keep all these boxes neatly put away or whatever. But all my knives, I put them in knife rolls and I lock them up in my safe. So, if somebody broke into my house, it'd be easy for them to steal the boxes, but it wouldn't be easy for them to steal the knives. Well, let's compare size here. This one I wouldn't consider heavy duty because the blade is not that thick. It's only like a 3.2 millimeter blade. Excellent size for, excellent thickness for, a defense knife or something like that, because you don't need a super thick knife for a defense knife. You want something with a strong tip though, because you don't want to be breaking your tip if you hit something hard with it. So, I would prefer a thicker tip, but like this one, the tip looks nice. It looks like a proper Two-Tanto tip. Brian Tighe and Friends. And the pivot screws are pretty much the same, but they're slightly different. I've seen pictures of Brian Tighe doing my research on him and stuff. He looks like a real cool guy. And everybody says he's a real happy, jolly type of guy. Sounds like my type of person. I really love this one. I really love this one. This is going to be in my drawer for a long time. I can tell that already. But I this is the gray version. This is the gray. It's like a gray. It's not black. It's gray. And you know me, I like the black ones, but the one that had the deal was a gray one. So I got the gray one. Otherwise, I would have tried to get a black one. But it looks nice too, though. Absolutely love this blade. Functions nice. And there's no movement when it's in the handle, and it stays centered. So this is no movement at all. I'm gonna probably get another one of these. Tell you the truth, I really like this. I think I'm gonna get the one with the clip blade also, with the other blade type. Not the Tanto blade, but the one with the, I think it's a clip point or Bowie type blade or whatever. I think I'm going to get that one also. Next time I find it. Not anytime soon. Probably, it might be a while. It'd be, because I'll watch and look for a deal. If I find a deal, I'll get one. This is the 4-inch blade, or wait, not 4-inch, but it's a 3 3/4 inch blade. It's considered the large version. It's almost 4 inches. It's a little bit more than 3 3/4. This one's a little bit less than 3 3/4. This one's 4 inches. And the handle length. It looks like 5 2/8, something like that. This one's like about 5 1/8, 5 1/2. Overall, just shy of 9 inches. Probably like a little bit over, yeah, just shy of 9 inches. This one's like 8 3/4. And this one's almost 9 1/2 inches. Alright. But compared to this one though, it's light. Because they're like about the same size. And a Ti-Lite weighs 6.8 ounces. And the thickness of the blade is 4.8 millimeters, and this one's a 5 millimeter blade. This one feels, I don't know, at first it felt a little bit blade heavy, but I guess it's not. And that one's 5.5. It is 5.5. The weight on it, balance on it is perfect. It's balanced exactly where I like it to be balanced. Oh yeah, I love this one. I absolutely love it. This is one of my favorite new buys. Absolutely love it. I'm going to carry this one. I'm thinking to myself, should I save and collect this one, or should I carry it and get a black one and carry it? I mean, not carry it and then save it and collect it and get the black one to carry. Because I know I just like the black handles a little bit better. I like the color of this handle. That one's cool too though. And this knife is awesome. Absolutely awesome. And like I said, even if the knife blade came disengaged, it still is not going to close in on your hand. That's the reason why I started liking these so much. And it still can't close down on your hand. So this is a safe knife. This is what I would call a safe knife. Safe knife to use and carry and use as a defense tool. I love the design of it. The handle feels really comfortable. I know it looks sort of artsy with all the milling and stuff in it, but actually it's very comfortable. My hand feels like it's like it was made for my hand. My hand fits here perfectly. And the reverse grip feels nice too. I love it. I love it. Brian Ti and Friends. Brian Ti and Friends Fighter. Made in the USA. 154 cm. These are awesome. I'm going to get one more. I'm going to get one with a different blade type. I want both blade types. Love it. Absolutely love it, people. I know I've probably been going on and on. That's how I get when I get something I really like. I just keep looking at it. I just go on and about it. I really, really, absolutely love this one. This is going to be one of my new favorites. I know if I had a black one, I'd even love it even more. So I sort of want to get a black one too. So, you know me. I'm going to get more than one. I can't lie. When I get something I really like, I always get more than one. Because you never know how long they're going to be making them. But anyway, peace out. Stiletto. Hope everybody's doing good. Stay safe.